Offensively, execute, and let's get into our spacing. Take care of the ball. Those are two big points of emphasis coming into the series, and we didn't do those well in the game. And then, you obviously got to make some shots here and there. 16 fast break. Turnovers, and a lot of those are due to spacing, guys cutting at the wrong time, playing in the crowd, and not get to our spots.
The Warriors put most of their defensive attention on stopping Jalen and the guards and kind of let Alperen go one-on-one a lot. Do you expect them to still do that going forward, or are you prepared for more double teams on them?
No, a little bit of both. I think they're probably confident in some of their bigs defending-wise inside, but I still went after Alperen. Like I said, our spacing wasn't the best, whether it was post-ups or drives on the perimeter, and I think they had quite a few turnovers on Alperen too, digging, when he was at the nail. And so, although they will allow Green and Looney and some of those guys to guard one-on-one, post a little bit, they did make plays when he turned his head, and you can see that was a conscious effort by them.
When you have the double big lineup, are there any players you can't play with them? Do you still feel comfortable running, for instance, a men with the double big lineup in this series?
No, we like it. That's been great for us all year. We've had some unique lineups out there, no doubt. I think Tari, Jabari's been a three a lot of times with that group. And the main thing is, like I said, getting to spacing, because a lot of times we're crashing and we got three bigs in the paint, and the driving lanes aren't there. We want to get to our spots, knowing that they're going to show a crowd and make plays in the paint. And then Steven and Alfie do such a great job of occupying guys inside that you can have those free lanes into the basket for rebounds. So it would be more for Tari and my man and Jabari. Space out initially, give us our driving angles or post-up angles, and then pass from there instead of open and paint at the same time.
You're mentioning the spacing. Is that what you're seeing in regards to Jalen specifically? And what kind of things do you see? I know making shots, etc., but what kind of things do you see from him when he's on that maybe you didn't see in game one that gives you confidence that this could be a quick turnaround?
Well, to your point, they load it up, they flood across. You have the guy at the nail showing the crowd, and so guys have to get to the proper spots to get the outlets there. They're trying to take them out, and sometimes you do have to be the bait to get guys shots when all that attention's on you, and so a lot of times the outlets weren't there, so he's penetrating and guys are in his way a little bit there, and then the crowd is all having those turnovers. So that's a big part of it. But at the same time, being a little bit more deliberate with what we call to not just hunt specific matchups, but give us some more normal action as well. You got to come with some pace and execution and physicality, setting those screens. And when we did that, we had open looks. When we didn't, they kind of blitzed, trapped, and had the rotations behind it.
And when he's rolling, just confidence-wise, what do you see from him outside of made shots that lets you know that he's rolling?
Yeah, quick decisions. No hesitancy there. You got to be patient at times to let guys get their spots, but also quick moves and being in attack mode is always been good for him. Not second guessing anything, and then from there making the right read. And so when he does that, he has the first step to get by people, but they are floating and collapsing the paint, and you have to have your outlets, and that's what he's really improved on this year so far.
What do you hope your team learned from the first game that they can take moving forward to be more successful?
We learned that we played a C game, probably offensively, and we're 4 points away with 2.5 to go because we relied on our defense. Could clean up some things defensively for sure, but understand the physicality of the game and the importance of every possession. Coming into it, Golden State being one of the fourth best at opponent turnovers and points off turnovers, we fed them into obviously 25 points there. So all the things we talked about coming in the series, taking care of the ball, getting to our spots, and then defensively, transition is a big thing. We help them out, like I said, but a little bit more physicality on guys as well. I think Butler and Podzinski specifically were too comfortable. Sure, he hit some big shots, some tough shots, but even an off ball could be a little bit better with communication on him.
Easier said than done, but is there an adjustment that you can make this quickly on Steph?
Yeah, and big picture, like I said, he was 5 for 9 from 3. I think 2 of those looks were decent. The others, late bombs or hooves or whatever, which he can't make. But just attention to detail and communication on that has to be better. The looks that he did get, 2 of the ones he hit, we were slow with our communication, slow with our switching, and he got a little bit of room and we got those off. And so, 2 days is plenty of time to make whatever adjustment we need.
Are you considering at all, inserting Aaron into the rotation just for some more shooting?
Yeah, and we were considering it last game. about to. That unit in the third quarter was running well, and so we went with them, stuck with them. But yeah, Aaron's played well against them. Obviously, not just the shooting, his physicality and aggressiveness on defense helps as well. And so, yeah, we're not just tied down to our guys. I think a big part of it was finding a rhythm with our guys and kind of sticking with them through their first experience in the playoffs is part of it, no doubt. But yeah, Aaron's had a great series against Golden State since I've been here.
After game one, you had you talked about not overreacting to just one game. The offense does struggle in game two. Is it possible that you expand beyond the 8-man rotation with players like Thompson, Aaron and Jabari?
Yeah, I think regardless if we're doing well or not, we are confident in our guys. We obviously want to get the guys the minutes that they need, especially, like I said, their first experience. So we're not married to an 8-man rotation. It does kind of shrink at times in the playoffs, and we're confident about everybody. And like I said, Aaron played really well against these guys. Jeff has as well, and we're confident in all guys. So whatever's needed.
You mentioned the physicality and like getting used to it. You guys like to play physical. Do you think you guys can play more physical and take advantage of the rules, loosening?
Yeah, I think we were okay defensively. Like I said, we held them to 95 and aided them with a lot of that. And so our physicality on defense is okay. I think our communication has to be better and situational awareness with specifically Curry. Offensively, I felt we weren't as physical as we needed to be in a lot of ways. It's a team that up there in intensity and pressure, and we got to cut to get open, create those lanes, and set screens. And that was pretty evident there. They were running through a lot of screens. We want to force switches and create advantages, and we weren't doing that offensively. So the offensive part, us attacking downhill, we can definitely increase our physicality there. Defensively, we were okay.
Last question.
How do you make sure that the confidence is still where it needs to be, even after a loss like that?
Is it the young team?
Yeah, how do you make sure that?
Yeah, I mean, look at the big picture here. We didn't play a great game, and we had our chances. Came out okay, and then had a flat second quarter offensively, and all the things we talked about and showed today are very correctable. Some where emphasis is going into the series, and we didn't really do those well. And so, the picture is we didn't play a game. Like, we don't have to reinvent the wheel. Just do a few things better, clean up some things offensively, spacing wise, and obviously if you make some shots, it helps. So to shoot as poorly as we did from three and the free throw line to be in the game, like I said, a 4-point game with 2.5 to go is a good sign.